Apart from being an iconic member of the royal family, Princess Diana was known for her numerous good works and charity, but with this philanthropic royal lifestyle came overwhelming pressures that the Princess of Wales struggled to come to terms with, especially under the watchful eye of media and the general public. Join me today as we take a look at the people's princess that captured the hearts of millions. Diana Spencer was born in 1961 to British nobility. Her father was in line to be the 8th Earl Spencer. Her family had lived closely alongside the royal family for many generations, and they even lived in an estate leased by Queen Elizabeth II herself, who often visited on holiday. However, not all was well with the Spencer family, as Diana's parents divorced when she was just 7 years old, which resulted in her living with her father. Both of her parents then remarried, but Diana did not at all get along with her father's new wife, who allegedly bullied Diana and even pushed her down the stairs, and Diana later referred to her childhood as very unstable and unhappy. In 1975, Diana's father inherited the title of Earl Spencer, and she became officially known as Lady Diana. After her time at school, Diana worked in London in a series of low-paying jobs, including a dance instructor, a preschool assistant, and even a nanny. But it wasn't long before the royal family came along. Diana met Charles, Prince of Wales, at a weekend in the country in the summer of 1980. Diana watched Charles play polo, however, he was dating Diana's older sister, Lady Sarah, at the time. Charles took a strong liking for Diana, calling things off with Lady Sarah, and invited Diana to meet his family, the royal family, in Scotland later that year. 3 months later, Charles proposed. However, the engagement was kept secret for a number of weeks, but it didn't take long for Diana to grab the attention of the public. Diana became Princess of Wales when she was just 20 years old, marrying the Prince of Wales on 29th of July 1981 at St Paul's Cathedral, which, due to the popularity of the couple, was chosen as the venue rather than Westminster Abbey, which is usually used for royal weddings. The ceremony was watched by a global audience of over 750 million people. This fairy tale wedding, however, was the beginning of the unrealistic expectations that the public put on Diana for them to be a, quote, fairy princess to come and save them, which began to take a toll on her personally. Juggling the pressure of royalty and fame, tension began to rise in Diana's personal life as she struggled to be what was expected of her, and her own family offered little support. Diana fell pregnant in November 1981, and to the outside world, all seemed well in the royal family. However, 3 months later, Diana fell down a flight of stairs, luckily not seriously injuring her or the baby, but Diana later admitted that Charles made her feel so inadequate that she intentionally threw herself down the stairs, saying, quote, "He made me feel so inadequate in every possible way that each time I came up for air, he pushed me down," end quote. These feelings led to further self-harm and postnatal depression after Prince William was born. In 1984, Charles and Diana's second child, Harry, was born, and the princesses said that she and the prince were at their best during the pregnancy with Harry. However, 5 years into their marriage, it started to deteriorate rapidly due to many different factors, including their now obvious 13-year age difference, which was now evident and troublesome. Charles began to have an affair with his former girlfriend Camilla Parker Bowles, which resulted in Diana also having an affair with the family's former riding instructor, which led to speculation that Charles may not be Harry's father, but this has since been denied, and their affair did not occur until 2 years after Harry was born. All this drama caused the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh to hold an intervention for Charles and Diana, in an attempt to reconcile the royal couple. However, this was unsuccessful. In some secret tapes that were later released, Diana said that she did have feelings for someone, saying, quote, "I was quite happy to give all this up and just go off and live with him," end quote. It was initially thought that Diana was referring to one of her security guards, as someone on her protection squad was relocated for his and Diana's relationship being labelled as inappropriate. However, friends of Diana dismissed this rumour later. Rumours then arose of Charles taking part in other affairs, and Diana wrote highly personal letters to the Queen Mother, who were destroyed by Princess Margaret in what she thought to be an attempt at protecting her family. Throughout all these personal and marital issues, Diana kept a notable public image and took part in many charitable works. This included work with AIDS, cancer, and animal protection, as well as taking part of many charities assisting the homeless, struggling teens, drug addicts, and the elderly. Because of these works, Diana is widely seen as one of the most influential people of the 20th century, winning her countless awards. However, in 1995, talks of divorce were in the air. In an interview with BBC, Diana candidly spoke about the both of their affairs, and specifically about Camilla's effect on their marriage.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
This interview was the tipping point for the royal family and caused the Queen to write to the couple advising them to divorce. The divorce was finalised the following year, including a condition that neither of them were able to discuss the details of their marriage or divorce. The day following her divorce in 1996, Diana announced her resignation from over 100 charities and retained just 6, which was thought to take pressures off of herself and concentrate on the charities she was most passionate about. Diana then had a relationship with a heart surgeon named Hasnat Khan. However, Diana broke up with him the following year and started dating a man named Dodi Fayed. Diana was invited to spend a weekend away on Fayed's yacht, which she spent 9 days on in the French and Italian Riviera. On the way home from this trip, the 2 of them stopped in Paris on their way back to London. While staying in their hotel, the media became aware of their presence, and the couple was required to make alternate arrangements. To avoid the countless paparazzi, they were rushed away.
Normal programming has been suspended, and we now join Martin Lewis in the news studio.
This is BBC Television from London. Diana, Princess of Wales, has died after a car crash in Paris. The French government announced her death just before 5 o'clock this morning. Buckingham Palace confirmed the news shortly afterwards. Normal programs have been suspended while we bring you the latest developments throughout the morning.
The crash also resulted in the deaths of Dodi Fayed and their driver Henry Paul, who was the acting security manager at the hotel they were staying in. The nation entered a time of mourning, and Diana's funeral was watched by a British television audience of over 32 million, which is one of the United Kingdom's highest viewing figures of all time, with many more millions of course watching from around the world. The Queen later addressed the nation.
We have all been trying in our different ways to cope. It is not easy to express a sense of loss, since the initial shock is often succeeded by a mixture of other feelings: disbelief, incomprehension, anger, and concern for those who remain.
The reaction of Buckingham Palace to the tragedy was target for criticism, as their statements came across cold and impersonal. They've even made movies on this very subject. There are countless conspiracies of the circumstances surrounding Diana's death, with some based on fact, but many just speculation, which I'm not going to go into here. But I think it's fair to say that Diana's really made a difference in people's lives who weren't as well off as she was. And although she was flawed, that's what makes her human, and her spirit will live on for many generations to come. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. This video is a step away from my usual content, but if you enjoyed it, then hit the like button for more videos like this. And be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos coming every week. This is Matt Rogers, and that is all.